Entering into brutal scenes, screams of pain, chaos machine, kick out crew, we're ready for the fight, breaking bones, taking it to the height. In the face of darkness, we rise as one. With every blow, our spirit won't be undone. KOC is here, never back down. Bring the pain, you better feel our crowd. Down songs on, kicking it into gear. Bodies collide, the pain is crystal clear. Kick out at two, the battle's just begun. We'll fight till the end, we won't be undone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of your show. That's right, it's the Kickout Crew. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I want to thank everybody for checking out last week's episode. Man, I'm glad everybody saw it. It's blowing up the charts. Slamboree 99, it was the best of 99. It was the worst of 99. One good match, one absolutely terrible match. But that being said, thank everybody for their listener questions and the feedback. And, you know, be sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff on social media, and follow us on social media. Guess what? It's Kickout Crew. And want to welcome everybody to this week's episode. We got a fun one in store for us today. And if you're watching our video, that's right, you can watch it on Premier Wrestling's YouTube channel and on the Premier Wrestling app. And, you know, and listen to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. That being said, welcome to this episode. I've said enough, and it looks like Brad, a little rain stained WM41 on Easter, huh?
Yeah. So I don't think everybody realized that at first when it was announced, because Easter floats around. It's not the same day every year. Shout out. I don't know why that ever is. Christmas is the same every year, but Easter isn't. Something to do with the moon. But so I know that by the time this airs, it'll probably have been brought up by now in a few places, but I just want to weigh in on it. Let's get this out of the way. This isn't a religious show or anything like that. We don't talk politics or religion on this show. But I am a practicing Catholic. But let's just leave that out of this for now. Okay, let's just leave that out of this. I don't think so. I just want to go off the bat. I don't think Easter with WrestleMania weekend will affect attendance at the location. I don't think like Allegiant Stadium will not sell out on Easter Sunday or Saturday. Just so you know. And I do know this is Sin City. Shout out to that, huh? However, I do think it'll affect the extra shows in the surrounding areas of the event. And I definitely think it'll affect the viewing. Now, a lot of people will say that, well, you know, by the time this comes on, it'll be over. People are in a different frame of mind on holidays. I know for me, Double or Nothing always takes place on AEW's Double or Nothing always takes out on Memorial Day weekend. Now, Memorial Day weekend is always not a major holiday. But I never ever get to watch it live because I have something going on that weekend. It's going over like it's not just Memorial Day either. You know, you sometimes there's picnics the day before. You're just getting home a little later, and I often miss it, and I maybe watch it later. I don't watch it at all. You know, people are traveling. There's family in town, and there's just expected behavior on Easter or Christmas, major holidays that you're not going to be watching wrestling for 8 hours over 2 days. So does, you know, my wife or the family sitting around the TV watching wrestling on Easter Sunday or the night before when maybe you're dyeing your eggs or maybe going to church or maybe just getting the baskets ready, the Easter baskets ready? I understand football too on Thanksgiving is always on a holiday and at Christmas, but I think that has a different feel. I don't think that it's more of a casual watching experience compared to what storytelling in wrestling is. Also, it's a 2-night event, like I said, and I just said a few minutes ago. You know, it's an Easter weekend. It's a WrestleMania weekend, and it definitely will dip into your family time. I also do think it's a little disrespectful that they actually did think of this and didn't think to maybe do it at a different weekend. Now, I'm also aware that you know Christianity is the biggest religion in the United States, probably, and other religions have always been kind of screwed on their time. Like the Jewish religion doesn't on Christmas, they don't celebrate Christmas, but everything's closed, so I do get that as well. But one of the biggest arguments is that they didn't want to compete with the Final Four, but I do definitely believe that this is a bigger competition than the Final Four. So I just think they should not be doing this, and I think they should rethink it. That's all. I'm not going to scream and yell. I'm still going to watch it. I'm obviously a huge wrestling fan. I'm going to watch it no matter what, but I do think it's going to affect the viewing that year, and it's probably the last time you will see that. What do you guys think?
Probably right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, as someone who spent Easter in the Dominican Republic this year, when I was down there, I couldn't watch any wrestling. So if I go on another vacation out of the country or people are doing stuff, yeah, I totally see this as a problem.
James?
I kind of agree. I think it is funny to have it on Easter weekend in Vegas. I kind of think is a little like, like, oh well, it's Vegas, so people will still come out. But I agree with you. Like, you're gonna be doing family shit, like outside hunting eggs, or maybe going to dinner or lunch or something. I mean, I know that it usually starts later in the night, but what if you're at dinner with your family and you know, yeah, I think viewing wise, it'll sell out for sure, like you said. But viewing wise, you may see a dip, and then you may see a lot of replay watches, like the next day.
Mike, Adam?
I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I mean, especially the viewing and everything else. You're definitely gonna have a sellout. People are gonna want to be there live, but maybe it's the thing where they bring their family in. And I mean, you do have a lot of families that do watch, especially like WrestleMania and stuff together. So maybe kind of they can throw everything together, have their Easter dinner, watch WrestleMania, do all this other stuff all at the same time.
Begrudgingly, that's what my family's gonna be doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could work out.
Yeah. Adam, you're the last one.
It is kind of weird though how they did it
Yeah.
that weekend. They could have picked the weekend before, the weekend.
Right, because it's later than ever.
Right.
So you're missing the whole thing here. It's happening on 420 in Vegas. 420 in Vegas. I mean, why not? What can be much better than 420 in Vegas watching wrestling?
Let me
What's
tell you
better
something,
than that?
Adam. Every day's 420 in Vegas right now.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna be like a 5-hour drive from Vegas too. So
Hey, there's gonna be a super bus too, or something, or a super train. It's gonna get you there in an hour. I heard.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that bright line.
Dude, they. We need one of those
You
from
gotta
Philly. From Philly.
NXT is going to be doing something that weekend too, and the relationship they have with the UFC, that's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I understand. I just think I think it's a miss. I think it's a mistake. I think and I get it. It's not I'm not saying everybody has to. You believe what you believe, and that's fine. I just think that it's going to affect them. That's what I'm saying.
Did you see the meme about you think they'll do SmackDown in the Sphere?
That'd be awesome on Good
awesome.
Friday.
Yeah, right.
Also, one more thing, guys. This is not a rant. We did a poll on X. What do you look for in a podcast? And broke it down into 4 categories: current wrestling talk, nostalgia, interviews, and immature humor. Now, it's kind of a joke because we do all 4. And nostalgia won at 39%. And current wrestling talk was 23%, immature humor 24%, and interviews 14%. And I think that is exactly what we do.
Right.
I think that is exactly. We were probably the lesser of an interview. We do them, but they're spread apart. We are always talking about a nostalgic match. Usually, it's not usually a current match. We do talk some current wrestling, but we are definitely immature. So
More than 14%.
Shout out for a good amount of votes for that too on Twitter. So I definitely got people's attention. So that's all I got this week. I'm sure I'll hear some about the Easter next week from Amy. But back to you, James.
I voted for the immature humor
Me too.
because since I've said this since episode 1, I'm not doing a wrestling podcast, and here we are, 2 years deep in a wrestling podcast. But I'm down with that. And you know what else I'm down for? Get ready for this. Mike's Grizzly Bear Necessities. Forget about
what that means. Okay.
Old Baloo in the place, huh?
Well, no. I got what's going on. Just a little bit about my week. So, Adam's been up to my house, so Adam's seen my driveway and all this other stuff. I got long driveway. A lot of it's dirt, gravel, and everything else in the
Straight
road.
up a mountain.
And starting last week on Wednesday, I had somebody come up there, supposed to regrade it and do a bunch of stuff to it, everything else. Cool, make it a lot better for us, make it easier coming up. Well, he came up, he started 8 Wednesday. Thursday, he came up, started, got a flat tire on his little digger thingy. So that messed him up. Well, he's like, well, Friday I'll come up. We got gravel all over. We got piles of gravel everywhere. So I'm gonna come up Friday and spread that gravel out, finish what I gotta do. You'll be good. It's supposed to start raining on Saturday. Well, it started raining on Friday, and it hasn't stopped until about 1 o'clock today. So last weekend, come up and came up Friday, came up my driveway. I'm like, this shit ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to come up and leave when I want to because this is gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. Sure enough, it's pretty bad. It's kicking in high gear trying to come up my driveway. It's, you know, 3 inches of mud trying to get up in there. So I got that going on. So all last weekend I was pretty much stuck up at the house. All week it's just come home and stay at home. Well, this week my girls they had a teacher appreciation week. Got to do all this other stuff, and so we did all that other stuff. Today was, or well, tomorrow. It's for tomorrow. Is bring your teacher a present. They want to make them a present to bring it to them. So I get them this little bracelet kit where they have to make bracelets and put a little saying on it, whatever. Well, I also, if you know, this past like 2 weeks, I've been having trouble on Zoom. So I had to get me a new computer. So today, well, and then tomorrow I'm going camping for a weekend. So today I came home from work, got home at 5 o'clock. I had 2 hours to get the computer set up, get the girls ready for their little teacher appreciation thing, cook them dinner, and since it finally stopped raining, get everything ready to go camping. So it's been a hell of a past 2 hours, but I'm here.
So who's all going camping with you?
It's just me, the girls, Beth, William, and one of our buddies.
Nothing a woman likes more than camping on Mother's Day weekend, huh?
She wanted to do it. That's what I'm like. Hey,
What's the bathroom situation?
a bucket. Dig a hole.
That's where my
Pop
wife's
a
out.
spot.
Is what I'm getting at. My wife's out on that.
we have it's tents. We're right by the creek or right by the river, so we're right there close to water. And there's no cell phone service out there. There's no power out there. There's none.
Fuck that.
It's fun. It's relaxing. You go out there, you ain't got your phone, you ain't got nothing. It's good. I got all the stuff I need, to deal with everything, but
Bluetooth speaker and an ice chest of beer, baby.
that's right. And
fishing
I got a fishing pole in the water. So that's all I need. I'm good. Kids are playing in the water, they're playing in the mud, they're playing in the dirt. They're happy.
Cold beer in my hand. Life is good today.
Right.
Yeah.
Life is good today.
Sounds like a great weekend.
Until you do it, it's like I'm telling you, like everybody's like, oh, fuck that. I can't do that. There ain't no running water, ain't no electricity, ain't no stuff. I can't do it. Do it for 2 or 3 days. And come back, and then you'd be like, that was good.
How we get behind on my wrestling podcasts.
Well, that's why you download everything.
There it is. There it is. He's not missing nothing.
Happy Mother's Day.
those
Up
days.
next is 83 weeks.
With Eric Bischoff. Eric, how are you doing today? Indeed.
Yeah, that's what I got. Just hectic day today and getting ready for this little trip.
All right.
Shout out.
Now, sounds good, Mike. Sounds like a good weekend.
You know what else sounds like a good weekend? Our next segment. Are you guys going to Chicago? Because I don't have enough to do with Adam.
So is anybody going to Chicago?
I'm going to try. I'm assuming I'm going.
Looks like I'm going to be rooming with friend of the show, Anthony Powers.
Oh, man. Talk about a crew.
So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that because I love Anthony.
Oh.
I know Frank's going, so it's going to be fun. But it's funny you mentioned Mother's Day because I'm going to kind of flip it on, not talk about wrestling today. Do y'all know where Mother's Day come from? How it all started?
I do not.
No.
You know, because as we record, it's what in 3 days. When this comes out, it was 4 days ago.
Perfect. That's just so us.
So Mother's Day actually started in the UK. Back in the 16th century, they called it Mothering Sunday. It actually come on the fourth Sunday of Lent, and it's actually 3 Sundays before Easter, and it ties in with the church calendar. It's there's something about I called it the mother church. You visit your mother church, and they would do flowers, a whole big deal, and they would just take time out to just kind of, you know, just kind of do the whole family thing. Just show gratitude and everything for everything the mother did in the family, because back then the mother stayed at home and took care of the family and did everything else. But Mother's Day in the U.S. was started by 3 different women, and become a national holiday in 1914, thanks to President Woodrow Wilson, and it's celebrated on the second day in May. It was a woman by the name of Anna Jarvis, and her mom. It was something that she started wanting to just celebrate her mom, and she pitched, did the whole thing to make it a recognized holiday. And then once it got recognized, it became a big money grab. So actually, she actually turned away from it. So it was crazy how she spent all them years trying to get it recognized, and then once she does, everybody's got to make money on it. All the people doing cards, flowers. So she actually quit celebrating it for a while.
I made it. I'm going to kill it.
Exactly.
Shout out Anna Jarvis.
Yeah, sounds hot.
It's because it always does with flowers, carnations, stuff like that, and so everybody's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll start making money on it." And so, of course, money rules the world. So it's just crazy how she spent all them years wanting to celebrate moms and mothers alike and stuff like that, and then just it turned into a big money deal. So I didn't know it was back then. I didn't know it started back from the 1920s all the way up till, well, actually the 16th century to the 1920s, and then become a recognized national holiday. So a little over 100 years later, here we are. So hope everybody, Mother's Day. Hope everybody has a good one. Happy Mother's Day to you guys, moms and whatnot. So I'm a big mama's boy, and I'm going to celebrate it the best way I can. I want to go to church with my mom.
Shout out to brunch too on Mother's Day. That's a good thing. I like to rock brunch because you can't go as a guy by yourself. I don't think, like, it's just not socially acceptable. But man, I'll tell you, eggs and whatever.
For real.
So yeah, we're doing that. So I'm excited for that because I always like to rock brunch.
Rock brunch.
Thanks, Adam. That was good, man. Happy Mother's Day to all.
Yeah. I'll be visiting all 3 moms. So happy Mother's Day to all your guys' moms as well.
All 3 moms. I hear you, Bubba.
My mom, stepmom, and Erica's mom.
Very nice.
My 3 moms.
Definitely.
When you first started that segment, like, how we got Mother's Day? I was like, oh, Adam's going to do a birds and the bees, baby. I'm ready for this.
Devyn is the epitome of an American family. You know what I mean? I love it. Amen.
No, because the girl's mom, she was she helped in the American Civil War, and she helped wounded soldiers and everything like that. So the daughter wanted to just recognize her mom for all the good work she did as far as that went, and everything she did as far as mom, it was being a mom. So I thought it was kind of interesting how it all started, because I didn't know. I just got kind of curious earlier, and I shot the idea to Brad, and Brad's like, "Yeah, sounds like a good idea."
Absolutely.
So I hope everybody has a good Mother's Day.
I'm watching a video right now of Harley Cameron and Mariah May. Didn't they just wrestle last night?
Yes.
They're not wrestling in this one. Shout out. I got nothing. Go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
We doing a podcast or are we just
No, it just popped
like
up on my phone.
watching
If it's
the fucking
Mariah May,
draft, we're
if it's
watching other
Mariah May and
videos, like
Harley Cameron, I'm watching no matter what I'm doing. So
is this a Devyn demographic with Brad right now? Watching shit.
You're the podcast.
Go Rangers and Knicks.
You want me to go to next?
yeah, what's next?
Oh, yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Today's agenda.
Shout out to Coach Rosie on this one. We are going to cover his favorite wrestler and favorite person in a match today. So we're not going to. That of course is Matt Hardy. So that, today's agenda is the match that we're going to cover. So that is today's agenda.
Boy, we really.
There's not much to today's agenda, but we have to do it anyway. So we know that.
There's some things we do like way badass, and sometimes it's like, we're covering a match, and that is today's agenda.
We're just having fun today. Unlike any other day.
And what match is it? Hey, when we say, ease your mind and kick back and relax, straight up, we just hit record and go.
Talking to ourselves as well.
I always forget that it goes out to the public and it's more than like just us, But I always get reminded of that. But speaking of that, what is today's match? Oh boy, buckle up, buckaroo, because this is a doozy. It is the championship scramble match for the ECW World Heavyweight title. And the contestants are
wait a minute.
What a group of wrestlers.
Why is he so happy? He is a heel. He looks like the giant teddy bear. He's the heel. Anyway,
someone's gonna get their ass kicked.
Yeah, he's so happy right now. He looks like he's about to have some cake.
Right? And everybody else looks like pissed off. And then Mark Henry.
Yeah, look at Matt Hardy as the heel. Anyway, go ahead.
Like he's doing a promo shoot for like Got Milk or something. But as you see on the screen on the Premier Wrestling YouTube channel and Premier Wrestling app, it is Chavo Guerrero versus Finlay versus Mark Henry versus The Miz versus Matt Hardy. That's right. It's a 5-way scramble championship match for the ECW, the WWE ECW, that one, World Heavyweight title. It took place at Unforgiven 2008, which was September 7th, 2008, at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Boy, howdy.
Formerly the Gund Arena, which I thought always sounded like something you need to get a shot for.
Almost like it looks like a tire and lube place.
It does. It does. Quicken Loans. You want to talk about getting ripped off? Quicken Loans has to be the biggest ripoff, right?
No shit.
You're not paying 4% at Quicken Loans, are you?
Yeah.
If it's that quick,
98% maybe.
That single cab pewter color, it looks like truck.
Yeah,
like an extended bed. That thing looks odd shaped.
I don't know. That looks like a 4-cylinder. That looks like a small truck.
Is it a fucking full Ranger?
First off, all three of those trucks don't have back seats.
Right.
Well, wait, the one on the end might. That one on the end might be just in a little back seat. But this guy is standing in the middle of the road here, or I mean, is he have book bags? Like
he's a worker.
I don't know, but he just doesn't look
homeless?
like I know this is a still shot, but he just still doesn't look like he's moving quick enough for me. He's not quick and loading.
Is this where the Cleveland Browns play?
It's where the Cleveland Cavs play, right?
Yeah, I think the Cavs.
I don't know if it's still called that.
Is this where this year's SummerSlam is going to be?
I think so.
No, it's going to be
it's going to be
Cleveland Browns Stadium or Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Okay.
But this might be where the Raw is and the SmackDown.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it's Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Yeah.
Oh, even better. Keep changing the name. But the Gund Arena, man, I know it was a guy's name, but man, oh man, that was a horrible, horrible name for an arena. I'm sorry, I have the Gund Arena. The what? The what, sir? You can keep that away from me.
Gund Arena.
With all these trucks and work vans, are they doing like construction on this place or something?
It's definitely a working day.
Yeah, because that's what you see pickup trucks and work vans. That's all that's there.
Probably figuring out what the fuck's up with that roof.
What is that? Can you guys read that billboard at all? That like that poster? I
That's a
can't.
Backstreet Boy thing. Looks like.
Is
Nice.
that the
I'm a big.
Trans-Siberian
That is
Orchestra?
Backstreet. Backstreet's back. All right.
All right.
Got it. Is
By
it
the
the
way, trying to find
Trans-Siberian
a
Orchestra?
picture of this venue without having a giant LeBron James poster on the side of this
Thank
was very tricky.
God. Thank you for that.
Was he fought over? Laying down?
Right? Flopping. Flopping in the wind. That poster. A slight breeze comes up. Ah!
He touched my ear.
All right.
Fire
Who's
another
this-
coach.
Who is this random guy down here at the bottom? Just that one random guy standing there like, hi.
I know. That's what I mean. He's not moving quick enough for me. And I know it's a still shot, but he's just standing there.
He's
A lot of
spraying
book-
for weeds.
A lot of book bags.
No, he has a thing on there. He's spraying for weeds. He's the landscaper guy.
Yeah, it's a good place to do it.
You don't want
What
no
do you
weeds in your parking lot.
He's walking the wrong way. The grass is the other direction.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can use this guy at my house tomorrow. I have some weeds in my driveway with the stone, and I can't get rid of them.
Hey, use vinegar, salt, and Dawn dish soap.
I mean, what are we making here? Some chips?
No, it goes to weeds.
So salt, vinegar,
And Dawn
And-
dish soap.
and mix it all together?
Yeah,
Now, how do I put it on there?
you just spray it on there. Just don't get on
Spray it. I got to put it in a spray bottle. So Dawn, vinegar,
You don't
and
put it in
salt.
a damn cup.
I'm going to do it.
Do it.
I'm going to do it
But it's
tomorrow.
gonna kill everything. But it's gonna kill everything.
All right. Well, that's okay. I can kill everything at once in my driveway with a stone. I'm not planting any plants there. So yeah, I understand what. So do you know what the definition of a weed is? Something that's growing that doesn't belong there. So guess what
Yeah.
that means? You spray
Well-
anything there, it kills it. It doesn't matter.
What I'm
It's a-
saying is, this ain't something you can spray on weeds that are in the grass. It's gonna kill the grass and everything.
No, I'm not interested in
Spray it
killing
around
the
the
grass.
tree. It's gonna kill the tree.
You couldn't kill my grass. I got that soy. All right, listen, we're getting off track here. All right,
This was gardening tips with the
Right.
computer.
it's like, yeah.
What
All right, go ahead.
percentage was landscaping topics?
Well,
It was a
just
write-in.
wasn't
It was a write-in.
spraying, It'll be all right.
Oh,
At least it's a pretty day out. Kind of blue skies. A little bit of clouds.
you know,
Oh
it was
my.
not pretty. It had an attendance of 9,500. Another website I saw had an attendance of like 8,500. So, yee. But at a buy rate of 211,000, had a match length of
20 minutes.
And Meltzer gave this one 2.25.
No way.
I think he was 5 stars over, but that's me. Not a fan of this match, but it is what it is.
Oh my.
Yeah. But hey, Devyn, how did we get here?
So I went back and watched like a month of ECW before
Oh.
this
Odd.
and had fun. So 2 weeks before SummerSlam,
ECW.
Matt Hardy,
WWE,
Matt Hardy.
ECW.
True, Tuesday nights on Sci-Fi. 2 weeks before SummerSlam, Matt Hardy won a fatal 4-way match to become the #1 contender to the ECW Championship. He would face Mark Henry at SummerSlam. Matt Hardy would get the advantage and hit the twist of fate, his finisher, on Mark Henry and start the count. But then Mark Henry's manager, Tony Atlas, would pull Matt Hardy right out of the ring and cause a disqualification.
Fucking Atlas.
The ECW after SummerSlam, Matt Hardy received a rematch against Mark Henry, but Mark Henry would win via the World's Strongest Slam and just pin him 1, 2, 3. And of course, by help of Tony Atlas. To start the next week's ECW, Teddy Long came out. Teddy Long came out and said that there's going to be
Who came
a
out?
championship scramble match at Unforgiven.
Don't worry about him, Devyn. He's just an asshole.
Well, that's why I didn't know. I hit something popped up. But all right. So Teddy Long announces that Raw's gonna have this championship scramble match. SmackDown's gonna have this championship scramble match. So you know what? ECW is gonna one up them. We're having our championship scramble match. So the qualifying matches took place on the next couple ECWs. Matt Hardy would defeat John Morrison to qualify. The Miz, he would end up defeating Evan Bourne to give Evan Bourne his first ever loss on ECW. even though he hasn't been on ECW in literally over a month, Chavo Guerrero came on and then defeated the heart and soul of ECW, Tommy Dreamer, to qualify. Finlay and Mike Knox were enthralled in the pretty hardcore rivalry at the time, so they had a qualifying match between the two of them.
Sounds enthralling.
Finlay would use that shillelagh, knock out Mike Knox, and win.
Shillelagh. That's going to come up later.
So on the final ECW before Unforgiven, Miz and Morrison were hosting the Dirt Sheet. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Hey,
talk show.
ho
ho. Miz and Morrison would just pretty much tear apart all of the Miz's opponents. They would pick on Mark Henry for being fat. They would remake Chavo's song by like literally just their own noises. They were mocking Finlay by just doing his accent and pretty much just using his accent. And then they were calling Matt Hardy Jeff Hardy.
Oh, the Devils.
It would all end up in a huge brawl, and Teddy Long would announce a tag team match for the main event, where it'd be 4-on-4. The baby faces versus 4 of the heels. All the baby faces would end up hitting their finishers, with Matt Hardy ending with a twist of fate on the world's strongest champion, Mark Henry, and Matt Hardy would get the pinfall victory.
Holla, playa. All right, let's do this. Matt Hardy entrance. I don't know if our boy's ready yet, but Matt Hardy entrance. Okay, so favorite Matt Hardy persona, Mike?
This one wasn't too bad. I'm still down with the Hardy Boys though. So,
what do you think of Broken Matt Hardy?
oh, I like it, especially when he was with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. I think that right there could have been something cool.
All right. I think there's a lot of different opinions on it for sure. And but I know Matt loves doing it. I like what was the one where he was negotiating the contracts?
Oh yeah.
Big Money Matt.
Big Money Matt was kind of good. I like that. That's a good heel.
Hardy. Fuck, I can't remember now.
Anyway, I really like that for sure though. I mean, I like everything he does, and he's a good guy overall too. Devyn,
well, real quick, his persona right here, he's known as everybody's favorite wrestler. Matt Striker calls him that like literally 50 times on the upcoming ECWs. So.
How very original. So, Devyn, what are the rules to this match?
So for the rules, it's 5 people. It's a 20-minute time limit. 2 superstars start in the ring, and every 5 minutes, a new superstar enters. If a superstar scores a pinfall or submission over another superstar, he becomes the current champion. Whoever is the champion at the end of the 20 minutes becomes the official champion.
Hence the 20-minute time limit match. So let me ask you, James, and I think I know the answer because of what you said a few minutes ago. How do you like this format?
Well, okay, the format, are we doing a Royal Rumble Ironman? Well, not Royal Rumble because you can, I don't know. The format, I guess, is not that bad. The match itself, in my opinion, sucks.
Didn't they do the same thing for the hardcore title a couple years after this?
I'm not sure. That's something to look into, though.
I know what Mike's talking about. At WrestleMania, there was a 15-minute hardcore like scramble match where everyone was just out at one time, but you had to pin whoever was the current champion at the time. Or this one, you just have to get a pinfall over anyone.
This is 100% Devyn's time, and he remembers everything. He's like the Bryant of 2008. Okay.
That match was also at WrestleMania 2000, 8 years prior to this.
Wow, never mind.
Yeah, no, Hardcore Championship.
Correction Corner with Brian Parenza. All right, so who are the announcers, James?
Well, glad it started the show because it was easy to get. Matt Striker and Todd Grisham.
Well, I don't think you've ever said those two together before on this show,
Sure
have
haven't.
you? So that's why I like that we're doing something a little different. So the Miz entrance. Now, Adam, why are they cheering for him?
It's Cleveland, baby.
Thank you. Cleveland
baby.
Yes, he is a hometown boy here. So even though
I love that shirt too. Did you see the shirt?
The magnet, chick magnet?
Freaking chick magnet, baby.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. And who's the referee?
That is AEW referee now, but a very young Mark Posey that I know personally.
Yeah, MP, definitely. Ernest Biner reference early. Do you know who that is, Devin?
No.
So, just so you know, Cleveland had a running back, Ernest Biner, and it was a big comeback against the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship. Ernest Biner going in for the touchdown and is stripped. Cleveland goes home a loser once again. Biner, Ernest Biner. So anyway,
Bernie Kosar.
Bernie
Sweet
Kosar
name.
was the great quarterback that
Sweet
just couldn't
name,
win the
too.
big one, though. But they had great teams, really great teams that just couldn't. Then, I mean, it was always against Denver, too, unfortunately. And then Denver lose 55-0 in the Super Bowl. But anyway, the lockup. How do you
Watch
like
that game.
Mike's the tights on Matt Hardy, Mike? If we could get them up there, if you got that in the ring there, Bryant.
Yeah, they were cool.
Man,
Yeah,
I mean, can you see them?
yeah, I seen that.
Oh,
I mean, could you wear them camping?
Whatever.
All right.
We know JD Hoop didn't do them, so
There it is. Shout out to JD
Shout
Hoop
out.
again for the great opening to season 3 for us. Always appreciate the time he gives us. Here's this guy. He's making Street Profits clothes. He's making LA Knight clothes, designing, and Cody Rhodes.
Cody's.
Kick out crew.
And
Thanks
little old us. You know?
Always appreciate that guy. Always appreciate that guy. Shoulder tackle Matt Hardy, headlock Hardy. Good mat wrestling so far. Miz misses in the corner. Oh wait, yeah, we did do the entrance. Miz misses in the corner, but sure didn't miss with Maurice, did he, James?
That is a 10-4 on that one, and shout out to they have 2 daughters, I believe. So looks like things are working out for old Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, congratulations, Miz.
I don't know how he pulled that one off.
16 years ago, and all 3 guys are still in the business.
Yes, they are. All 3.
Speaking of Maurice, really quick, she would challenge Michelle McCool for the Divas Championship on this pay-per-view.
Freaking Devin, man. I'll tell you, he's on it
Were they
today.
together at the time?
I don't believe so.
So, Adam,
Maybe.
tell me about your feelings on the ref's attire.
Well, I mean, it's ECW because he was technically an ECW referee then. So, I mean, you have the Raw guys in one outfit, SmackDown guys in another. So this is kind of like the opposite of the regular black and white stripes we wear now. So I kind of dig it. I like it.
Good answer. That's a really good answer, pointing that out. I appreciate that. Backdrop Hardy, clothesline Hardy. Mike, is this similar to an Ironman match at all to you?
I guess you can say it's a quick Iron match with more people.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It has at least one part of it. And I know James alluded to it earlier, but it definitely has like at least a fraction of it. You know what I mean? To
I think it has a good concept to it. I think they could change the rules around a little bit, maybe to make it a little bit different. But I kind of like it. I think they could work on it and kind of change things around. But it's a good concept.
Miz
I think they might have. And do you guys know the Iron Survivor challenge? Yeah. That's what this match reminds me of, honestly.
Yeah, well, without the penalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, they kept counting how many falls. This is you can pin anybody, and the last one standing is the winner, kind of.
Very unique.
But do you like the idea of you can just pin anybody, or would you rather it be, well, if Matt Hardy's the champion, you can only pin Matt Hardy to become the champion during the match?
Then why even mess with anybody else?
But that's the that makes it even harder on the champion is, oh God, they're all coming for me now.
I would just run. I mean, there's no rules. I would just run out of the ring. That's the problem, I think.
Do you like it better to where you can pin anybody? Does that sound better to you?
I think I do. I think it because I mean, like I said, because even like in a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, you don't have to be the champion. Don't have to be pinned in order to lose it. So
yeah. Miz over the rope, pushes Hardy's head off the middle rope. It was very unique. Announcers calling hardly any moves. Don't they know I'm writing all this shit down? Devin, should there be a clock in the beginning of this?
Well, I feel like there could be for us to just know how much time until the next competitor comes down, but I don't think there really necessarily has to be one.
That would be saying that you need a clock for Royal Rumble for the whole time. As soon as somebody comes out.
Mike, I just asked the questions. You know, I'm not trying to offend anybody.
So as soon as somebody comes out for the Royal Rumble, you have your 2 or 3 minutes, whatever it is, before next time. Like it counts down. I think just the last couple of seconds works.
Well, okay, but there's like 2 different ways of looking at it. You know, there's the people coming out, and there's also the time in the match. That's why I say it. But what was that, Devin? I'm sorry.
Sorry. If these two are like sucking it up, you can just speed the match up by
And
setting
that's
the
another
timer
thing. I
whenever
think
you
you're
want.
right. Because they always say the Royal Rumble's not exact. Well, Dave Meltzer lets us know that the Royal Rumble's not exact. Well, thanks, Dave. Um, Clothesline Miz, a lot of 2 counts early. James, how's the Matt Hardy as a single wrestler work for you?
I mean, he is a talented wrestler. We all yearn for the, nostalgia of, the Hardy Boys and stuff, but that's not to say Matt's a bad wrestler. I just, he's not bad. I prefer the tag personally, but he's not bad here. He's not a bad solo wrestler. And like we were talking about with the broken thing, like he can obviously get over the Hardy business, whatever the fuck that I can't think of. Like he can do well on his own for sure.
Reality check from The Miz. Hardy rolls out of the ring. 2 count after Miz gets Hardy back in the ring. Chavo Guerrero entrance. Frog splash off the top onto Matt Hardy. Chavo pins him and is your current champion. But if he's not champ at the end, there was no reign at all. Correct, Adam? They don't count this as an ECW reign, right?
I don't know. They got the lower third current ECW champion, so I feel like they should get credit for it, even if it is only for a couple of minutes.
I believe I checked this, and they do not give him credit for that.
Then they should have never put current ECW champion.
I will double check it, though, because they did do that for the hardcore quite often.
Right.
Quite often. Up until this.
They did not. You did not get credit when you won the title.
I did look it up. I mean, I just now you have me second guessing myself, Adam.
See, they should have said pending ECW champion then.
Yeah, you're right. Because
like in the lead or something.
Yes, something. So Hardy out of commission now. Miz and Chavo going at it. Rolling Liger kick to the Miz from Chavo. Chavo over the top. Pretty exciting wrestling here, though, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, that was a badass move too.
Yeah.
I think that was perfectly timed and everything.
Mm-hmm. Body slam to Chavo from Hardy, leg drop, kick out. Off the top, Miz onto both competitors. What the hell is this Miz character, Devyn? Who is this guy?
So the Miz is just this cocky reality star. Honestly, he's out here making his dream happen. Everyone knew that from when he was on the Real World that he wanted to be a pro wrestler, and he was letting the world know it, him and John Morrison. So I think it's just whatever this cocky punk chick magnet that he thinks he is.
Speaking of that, they did the treasure show on The Miz for WWE, which I thought was a little soon, but it isn't. He's been in business for almost 20 years. So, and it was a lot of fun, and it does show his journey and the way he was treated, and it's pretty good. So, clothesline by Hardy to both, big back body drop to Chavo, Hardy in control. Bulldog Chavo, side effect, Matt Hard with the pin on now Matt Hardy with the pin on Chavo. So now you have Matt Hardy as the champ currently. How's the crowd reacting to this match, James?
I mean, it was, not really all that well. I will say I was focused on one guy. That sign you see in the background right there, the guy held it up upside down like 3 separate times during this match. So I'm glad he has it right side up on this one. And that's how good the crowd was reacting, as I was able to see a lot and, pinpoint a lot.
Do you think it was because it was the first match?
You figure they'd be hot, though. But
it is a hot start. Like it is a fast-paced match. It is the Eric Bischoff way of starting a pay-per-view, even though he's not currently here, I don't think. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying. Adam, ever rep a match like this?
I've done a Scramble match, but not to where they like different winners, different match. It's Scramble match, 1 pin, 1 winner. So nothing like this personally, but I have done these Scramble matches where there's 5, 6, 7 people in the match.
Mark Henry entrance with Tony Atlas, total badass, Mike, isn't he? Great heel in your opinion?
Hell yeah. I wouldn't fuck with him.
No, but he was pretty smiley at the beginning of this thing when they showed the picture.
I mean,
but they team up on him early. Smart move, Devyn.
Oh yeah, you always want to team up on the big man. He's the world's strongest champion. So yeah.
But it doesn't matter, does it? Because he pushes them all down. Henry cleaning house, overpowering all. Slam to Chavo. Henry pin Chavo. He's your champ again.
Hey, can we go back one picture? Please, Bryant. Because you see all 3 of them beating up Mark Henry. And then you see the referee trying to kind of getting in there too. Like, I want a shot, guys. Can I get a shot in?
Looks like he's ready to throw a jab.
There in the middle of it, man. There ain't no way I'd be standing there.
So James, now Henry's kind of on defense, right?
It kind of appears that way. I mean, obviously he's like, power slamming and bullshit like that, but yeah, once you get that pin, you don't want to see nobody else pin, but you don't want to get pinned either. So you're really not on the offensive, you're on the defensive,
Yeah,
correct?
you don't have to pin anybody again, for sure.
Yeah. Just break up every pin for fucking 10 more, 20 more minutes, whatever, 15, you know?
So should it be total pins?
I mean, I like the format of like, last pin wins type thing, but I don't know.
Total
Yeah.
pins is Ironman rules.
I
though.
know, that's why I'm asking, like, again, I just asked the questions, guys.
And that's almost like the Iron Survivor, like Devyn mentioned.
Yeah. So Henry punches Hardy out of the ring, throws Miz, Chavo on the attack, bear hug to Chavo from Henry. Henry catches Hardy. Now he's got him in a bear hug. Good to slow it down here though, Adam, isn't it?
Yeah, because they've been wide open for 15 minutes already.
Yeah. Hardy trying to fight out Finlay with Hornswoggle entrance. Everyone
go.
loves Swoggle, right, Mike?
Yeah,
No,
Are you somehow related?
maybe.
I used to like Swoggle
Third or
till I
fourth
met him.
cousin.
I heard about that, Adam, and yeah.
From my heart.
So Finley's all business, going to work. Now we have the clock, Devyn. Was this the right way to do it?
Like showing the clock now?
Yeah, now you have the countdown to the end of the match, correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I absolutely think it's a good time to throw up the clock. Now we know there's 5 minutes left. This time they can't mess with or anything. Like this has to be the final 5 minutes.
Swoggle in as a distraction. James, what does Finley hit Mark Henry with there?
Is that a shillelagh?
So if it is a shillelagh, Adam, it doesn't. I mean, he doesn't fall right away, so it must not hurt much, right?
I was wondering why he didn't go down, but it is Mark Henry. But the thing is, this is the ECW Championship. ECW is the Extreme Rules type stuff. But he waited till the referee turned, and then he threw it out like he wasn't supposed to. So that's why I got confused. Is usually these multi-man matches are no DQ, but why did he have to wait until the referee was turned to use it and then throw it away like he's trying to hide it?
Yeah, there's no rules in this match. There's nobody getting disqualified here, right?
Exactly. I mean, so how do you get DQ'd? But at the same time, why wait till the referee's distracted and then try to hide it once you use it?
I wish we could just call him Fit Finley, by the way. I mean, Finley, one name bothers me, but anyway.
I got something. Why does Brad talk shit on every weapon used in every match? Should we hit him with a shillelagh now, too?
Kendo stick.
Stay tuned for Pittsburgh. Someone might be hitting me with a kendo stick. Stay tuned. So Hardy and Finley push Henry out of the ring. Finley with white noise. I'm thinking it was white noise, but it kind of looked like white noise that Sheamus uses. And pins Matt Hardy. And now Finley is your current champ. Miz with a missile dropkick to Finley. Matt Hardy with a stunner to Miz. Pins the Miz. What's the score, Mike?
Matt Hardy's winning.
Here comes Henry. Everyone's in the ring now. Miz is bleeding. This is not normal, is it, Devyn?
No, especially not like at this time. Really, they weren't like that. That had to have been a hard way for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He is not a bleeder for the most part. Hardy breaking up pin after pin after pin. Mark Henry's destroying everyone, but Hardy won't have it. Fast action in the ring. A lot of good stuff here. James, Miz taking a beating. Everyone, I mean, have you ever seen Miz actually really take? He's more of a sports entertainer than someone that takes a beating, isn't he?
Yeah, true. I mean, he does have moves done on him, though. So I wouldn't say. I mean, take a beating. He doesn't get like his ass straight up whipped, but he does like have the moves go on him. And there for a while, like you mentioned, and this is kind of what turned me off of the match. Was like Mark Henry pins. Oh, Matt breaks it up. Mark Henry pins. Oh, Matt breaks it up. Like it just seemed like the same spot, just like done over and over and over and over.
He should have just knocked the referee out and then just run the timeout and he'd been done. But like, hey, ref, wow, he's out for a minute and a half. I win.
That is a loophole we did not discuss. You get that first pin and just beat the dog shit out of the referee and then just wait
exactly.
it out.
then no there. If there's nobody there to count to three, you ain't gonna worry about losing.
Everyone is leaving it in the ring at this point. I mean, 8 Hardy pin breakups, 9, 10, just like James said. Adam, how's the rep doing though?
Oh, he's on top of it, man. That's my dude, man. That's Mike
Yeah, he
Posey,
is.
baby.
I agree 100%. I think he is really on top of it. I feel like so now we have 30 seconds to go. Hardy's clearing the ring. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Crazy action. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Yeah, that's a reference from Miracle on Ice because we were waiting for the time to run out. Because as the underdog, the Americans were just kind of like they had no business winning, and they weren't supposed to win. So now they're just trying to fend those Russians off until they win. And that's what Matt Hardy's doing because he is not. Nobody here is really the favorite when you're up against 4 other guys. So that's basically what it is. That's how it ends. Matt Hardy is your new ECW champion.
Do you think
Good
they kind
job,
of
P-Dog.
What's that?
Do you think they fucked up on the finish? Because it kind of looked like it was just a clusterfuck.
I thought it was exciting as hell because it was just and I know James didn't like it, but I thought it was exciting. Like it was just him escaping with the win and breaking up pins and just that last 30 seconds really did remind me of the Miracle on Ice. Obviously not as big of a deal. I got it.
Hey, that guy right there in the background, he's saying thanks, Mom. So thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Shout out.
It's just awesome seeing a dude from Birmingham, Alabama, in there refereeing.
Yeah. I know that James, you didn't love this match, but I did. I just thought, listen, I just thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun match. I had never seen it before, and I really enjoyed it. Anybody else?
I loved it. The
Yeah.
world's strongest champion loses his championship without even getting pinned.
I don't like the graphics on the bottom. I mean, what is that? Too. What is the graphics?
It's very unforgiving.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like what Unforgiven would look like.
I don't know what it means either. I just said that. We do have some listener questions if you guys are ready.
Nope.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, was that? What y'all think of the belt? ECW had decent belts.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
silver.
Maybe I'll get another belt. Nah. All right. So
I'm about
Matt
to say,
M
of all
wants
the
to know.
ones to get. Yeah.
Matt M wants to know: is gum food?
Gum?
Yeah, gum, like chewing gum.
No.
I'm gonna go with no because you're not supposed to swallow it.
That's what I swallow it. Exactly.
But if you swallow
dude.
it, it's in your stomach for 7 years. So, I mean, you swallow enough of it, you ain't got to eat for 7 years.
Is that really true, or is that just something people say? Because I hear it here too. So it must not just be a Philadelphia. It's a Georgia thing too. I don't know what that means.
I've heard that.
Let's just don't swallow your gum or it's gonna be in your stomach for 7 years.
Supposedly your stomach can't break it down or something, but
Oh.
hell, you get juicy fruit gum as soon as you put it in your mouth, it starts degrading and starts dissolving and shit. So
if you swallow gum and break a mirror the same day, it's a bad day for you.
and you better stay away from cats and ladders.
Yeah, that's 7 years down the drain. You're gonna have to get stuck with gum and bad luck for 7 years. Anybody else have a different opinion than that from Matt?
So if you swallow something, it's food, right?
Yes. Not necessarily. I've swallowed glue before. Right?
Brad swallowed many things, James.
You know where I'm going with this.
All righty.
Moving on.
Anyway, Matt M and Adam Jefferson have a good time about this, by the way. It's like back and forth with them. So let me go to page 2 of the questions.
So you spit the gum out. You don't swallow the gum?
I do not swallow the gum. I used to
always play it safe and spit it out.
Yeah. As soon as it's out of flavor, I'm out. What are we doing at that point? We're exercising? Yeah, I'm good. All right. So Matt M has a second question. Do you prefer the WWE PLE kickoff shows to having preliminary matches or not?
I'm down for it.
The kickoff show without the matches?
No, I think they should. I mean, at least 1 or 2 matches.
Agreed. I like the kickoff show with at least a match or two. And it doesn't need to be 2 hours.
Yeah,
And
especially now that they are like 2 hours long. Why not throw a match in there? Why not do something?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I like what they do. I mean, they do cover a lot and they do a bunch of stuff backstage
But it's isn't stuff that we already know, like as diehards.
I like that when they do that gorilla run. So when they start out gorilla or backstage, they go through gorilla and come down the ramp and that one single shot type deal. I like how they do that.
I think the kickoff should be held for somebody we don't see a lot or somebody that we may be seeing for the first or second time to kind of give them, just kind of give them 5 minutes in the ring, like like a dark match, but somebody that's not quite in the dark match, but somebody that's done it a few times. That okay, let's give these couple of guys a shot. Let's see what they can do in the ring. Give them 5-10 minutes. It's a pre-show. Who cares?
What
Give
about
them
you
a
guys?
shot.
James?
I agree. Like a lesser known match,
Yeah.
not a title match. I kind of hate when they like, oh, the U.S. title's
Yeah,
on the
I don't need
pre-show.
to see Randy
Okay.
Orton and stuff on a pre-show. I don't need to see that.
But yeah, if there's like, like you're saying, like an up and comer or, something like that, yeah, hell, fuck it. Because it'll break up. Like you're not just watching commentary, and then like, you get a match in there. So it kind of like, builds your anticipation a little bit.
Let's see a couple of our NXT guys that are there for the weekend, or a couple of our Ring of Honor guys. Let's somebody that's not widely known. Let's give them a shot. See how they do it in front of the cameras.
Devyn?
I 100% agree. Even Raw has a pre-show. It's called the main event. So where
And
they have
again,
a
I was
match
at
or two on
SmackDown.
there.
I was at SmackDown, and they had the they had the fast. What I'm sorry, what is it called? Speed. They had that going on. But I want to say something else because it used to be preliminary matches on these shows, but now on WrestleMania weekend, the preliminary matches are almost on SmackDown. Like they like I don't understand why the Andre the Giant Memorial Tournament cannot be on the pre-show.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, why is it on? Why did this match? It was created for WrestleMania. It was. Now on it was on the pre-show, I think, one year, and now it's the last few years, I think it's been on SmackDown. I don't get that. So yeah, a couple matches, I'm good. Like especially
Yeah.
that's their payday, isn't it?
Do the Rumble, the Andre Rumble, and then like when it's over, show all the video package bullshit lead up, and then bam, kick off WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. I like the Andre the Giant, but I like a. It's not the greatest match in the world, but it's always nice to see the winner. The winner's what it's all about, right? I mean, it's not the Royal Rumble, but I like when it gets down to 3 or 4 people. It's pretty exciting.
Hey, here's an idea. Let's do the Andre Battle Royal and then fire half the people that's in the match.
Unfortunately, yes, that is true. Shout out Drew Gulak, huh? Anyway, Mike Bober has a question. Who was the greatest ECW champion? But it only gives you 2 choices. Shane Douglas or Raven? I'm going Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas.
Yeah, he was the first.
He was the first. I feel like they had the most. They wanted. I felt like they put the engine behind him the most.
Terry Funk.
I'm gonna go Raven.
That's a good answer though, James.
No, I'll go. Yeah, man.
I'm going Raven.
I like Raven better, but I don't think he was the better ECW champion.
I feel like Raven had one of the better feuds of ECW.
With the Dreamer?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give him that. Yeah.
Fuck Ringside Rant from putting him last, and I'm the one to put it on that list. Shout out to nostalgia. I'm sorry. You're up, James. What do you think?
Oh, man, I'm kind of torn actually. If I had to choose, maybe Raven because it kind of seems like they went to that well more often than not. I guess I really don't know though because I didn't watch.
Okay, so this is going to be a question that you're not going to know either.
Fuck yeah.
Adam Jefferson wants to know. What were your thoughts on the WWE CW while it was going on? Or ECW. I'm sorry, CW. There was no CW yet. While it was going on. Do you think the rumored revival of ECW on Netflix is going to work?
If they treat it like ECW. I think the thing was the name. I think people expected, Paul Heyman ECW type stuff because of the name. And when it wasn't that, and it was kind of a developmental plus, with Kurt Angle, like kind of there, Matt and everything, I think people were like, what? They're not going through barbed wire and, bullshit like that. Where's Sabu? So I think the naming was its biggest failure, not the actual product.
I agree. 100%.
I 100% agree. I've been watching the couple shows before this Unforgiven and the couple after it, and it's actually not bad wrestling. It's pretty good, entertaining shows. It's just, if it's trying to go under extreme championship wrestling, it's not that at all. It's extremely creative wrestling for sure.
Anybody else?
I don't like the watered down version. It's either let them be ECW or take it off TV.
Agreed.
I had some questions on Twitter here that I, for some reason, didn't print out. So I am not ready at this very moment. Um,
Good job,
let's go.
kid.
Oh, here we go. I got it. All right. So Ben Jones wants to know which of these wrestlers in the match would have had the most successful career in the original ECW?
Finlay.
Right. Beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would beat the shit out of people.
But Mark Henry doesn't like blood. Actually, I don't know if you guys know that. He doesn't like scary movies. He doesn't like blood. For this big scary man that can destroy you, there's things that really turn his stomach. So he's out.
He doesn't like the dark or anything.
He doesn't like the dark. He's funny. Yeah, I think Finley's the answer.
Finlay or Hornswoggle?
Anybody
I'm
else?
saying Chavo. I think Chavo is that cruiserweight that could have thrived, especially in the early cruiserweight days of ECW.
I can see that, especially like the cruiserweight division part of it.
Yeah, and he's got that nasty side that we've seen like in his rivalry with Rey Mysterio, where he can go nuts if he needs to. So I think he could have thrived.
And he also has that classy side when he came out as a golfer person.
The golfer, yes.
Herwin White.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Wasn't even watching, and I definitely remember that shit.
He's real. He's involved with training people, non-wrestlers to be wrestlers. Now he could probably adapt to anything. That guy.
Yeah, I thought he did
Iron Claw all over him, right?
He does stunts for movies and stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty incredible. Because that Iron Claw movie, I mean, I know you guys have all seen it at this point, James. You son of a bitch. I mean, he did a phenomenal job getting those guys together for that. So, anybody else? I found the question, so I'm good. Professional.
I think Finlay is the one that you got to go to.
Yeah.
Oh,
one thing about. Sorry.
Go ahead,
one thing about Finlay. Finlay, you said his name earlier about being fit. Finlay, not anymore in this WWE CW. Finlay is Gaelic for golden-haired warrior. So
you are on it today. Let me tell you, I am loving it.
Matt Stryker taught me that.
All right, so Zol, shout out to Zol, by the way. His show, I listened to it Sunday morning, religiously, and he's doing a great job. It is, he's had one guest on, and the other shows have just been him, but I think he's really onto something here. And I know he's doing it to help people, but I really, really think he's onto something. Yeah, and he's got the voice for it too. We all know that.
Keep it up, man. You're doing good.
Really, really a great thing. And again, I love the name. Wrestling with recovery. I mean,
shout out, bro.
Shout out. So his question is this: if you were tasked to resurrect the ECW brand today, which current active wrestlers would you select to be your men's world champion, women's champion, and tag champions? Now we're cooking, guys. Now we're cooking.
Good question.
World champion would be John Moxley.
I can't disagree with that.
Tag team would be FTR.
Whatever.
And then
Darby +1. Go through tables and barbed wire kinds of shit.
Women's champion for me would be Allie Catch.
No, I was gonna say Britt Baker.
Shout out Allie. Tag champs,
all AEW people.
I mean, I'm mixing it up here. Tag champs.
Adam Copeland and Christian.
There you go.
That would be good.
Well, we can't bring back the Hardy Boys, can we?
I mean, they're both technically still active.
Yeah,
they're active wrestlers, huh?
How about Sting and Darby? I know he's not active anymore, but they were pretty hardcore.
For the past like 3 years, it's all Sting's done is
Darby would be the ECW like television champion.
Darby is my choice for world heavyweight champion.
Matt Cardona and Eddie Kingston, tag team champions.
I love it.
Fuck yeah. Now you're on to something. The promos, boy.
Let's throw in some women's tag champs too. Let's go Penelope Ford and the Bunny.
Oh, there you
not bad. I'm not mad at that.
Well, I remember the hardcore match. Like, I think it was them too. I know it was Penelope Ford. She came out ready.
Yeah.
Like,
what about
the best friends would be good too. I mean, I know they're at odds right now, but those guys are hardcore, fighting on top of cars and stuff in the parking garage. Like, those guys are hardcore.
Brad, did you watch Busted Open? Did you listen to Busted Open today?
Not today. I get behind.
Okay, so last night as we record, last night was AEW, and Orange Cassidy took a pile driver on the steel steps and bounced right up. Dave
Yeah.
LaGreca had a field day with that. He said Orange Cassidy's the most he's the greatest. Apparently, he's just Popeye or something. He took 2 pile drivers on the ground and one on steel steps, bounced right up, jumped up, grabbed a chair. He said he's the most hardcore, he's like Superman out there. He went on for 20 minutes about Orange Cassidy getting up from a damn pile driver on the steps. And it's stuck in my mind all day, and you got to go back and listen to it.
I will.
One of his best rants he's ever had.
But we do have a question from Devyn Dowling.
Who?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
Who?
Would a third brand have worked back if it wasn't named ECW?
What would we name it? WCW?
NXT. I mean, that's what it is. Isn't that the idea what ECW was? Like an NXT-ish?
No, because they had other people go out there. They didn't have just like new names.
I hear you. Yes, it would work. I think you're right. I think they pigeonhole themselves with that name. Did I really say pigeonhole? I mean, I don't know how you guys threw
Ohio Valley Wrestling though.
So yeah, I think the name killed them because everybody wanted it to be what it was, and WWE wasn't going to do that. So yes, I definitely think a third brand works with a different name. Thanks for the question, Devyn.
I didn't know if anyone would ask it, so I wanted to ask it myself.
Ask live.
God forbid you ask it, Devyn.
I could have forgot it. Hey,
you would have forgot it by the time the middle of the show comes, right?
Did you get Mike's question from the group chat?
I have not, but I have Erica's question here from also.
Friend of the show.
And this is the best question. What happened to Know Our Crew? That was the best segment on the show. I couldn't agree more.
Thanks for asking a question, baby.
I mean, if she's going to bring it up, then she needs to ask a couple of questions.
She's probably sitting right there.
I mean, if there's something she wants to know about the crew, she needs to ask.
No, she's actually in the shower right now.
Shout out, huh? That's it for the questions. Man, that was great. Thanks for asking them on Twitter and on Facebook. Appreciate it. Keep them coming. That's probably one of the most fun parts of the show.
We do have one more question.
Oh, fuck me.
From we'll go producer man Bryant.
Who?
As we watched the match back, I wanted to point out that every participant in the match except The Miz
did not get a pinfall.
Did not win the championship. Did you guys find it odd or weird that The Miz was the only one who did not become the current champion?
You know why?
Was this time he was kicked out of the locker room?
No, because this is back when it was, Vince McMahon didn't believe in letting you in your hometown. And since it was his hometown, that's why he didn't get a pinfall.
Good point.
Just a guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I see it.
I mean, in the WWE title match, they had the Brian Kendrick as champion for a while. So,
like
I mean,
3 times, right?
Yes, they did.
Look how happy Devyn is. This is the greatest show of his life.
You know who became the world heavyweight champion and wasn't even supposed to be in the match? Chris Jericho.
Learning tree.
Little bit of the
Toughy old.
Anyway. Also Mark Henry was not pinned, right?
Correct. He never got
he
pinned
did
in
get
the
a
match.
pinfall though.
He got a pinfall.
Finlay.
He wasn't pinned. Miz didn't pin anybody, and Mark Henry did not get pinned.
Who the fuck's gonna pin him?
Finlay didn't get pinned either.
Oh well, then that just blew my whole thing up, huh?
There you go. Know your facts, Brad.
Yeah. That's it for the questions. Again, back to you, James.
All right. I love that. Good stuff. And if you want to have your question answered on your show, be sure to hit up the social media post where we discuss what we're recording. And Brad will collect them up or look them up, whichever way, and we'll get your question on your show.
He'll look them up, drop them, lose them, and then refund them again.
What?
is
I try, man. I try. I do lose something every week anymore, though.
but I like
None at
our
all. Old age.
next segment. Little alliteration, maybe. I'm not really good at English. May have fucked that up, but yeah, we'll get it corrected. Devyn's deranged dining room table set. So, Devyn, what you got for us on this?
I don't know what that means, but I thought of a new game for us this week. All right, so I've seen a couple things in like pop culture and celebrity status, and I just kind of thought, what would you guys have done? So I'm gonna explain a situation, explain a couple people's reactions to it, and then I want to hear your guys' input. So for the first one, basketball star Rudy Gobert missed Game 2 of the NBA playoffs for the birth of his first ever child. Gilbert Arenas, a legendary basketball player, he said that he should not have missed the game no matter what. It's the playoffs. He needs to be there. Shannon Sharp, legendary football player, said the only game that you're not missing for the birth of your child is Game 7, or in his case, the Super Bowl. He's like, any other game you miss for the birth of your child. So I want to know, if you guys are in Rudy Gobert's shoes, what do you do?
I missed the game.
I don't care what game it is. My child comes first.
So there's an old school thought process here, that you would never miss for anything before. You would miss your child being born. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of good has happened with in time here, that family has come first, even in the most extreme situations, which is good. And again, I do think Game 7 of the World Series matters, and the Super Bowl might be the two exceptions, or the NBA championship, like Game 7 of that also, or whatever the championship game is of the sport. Other than that, you're there.
Well,
But here's the thing, though. Why should that team have to? Why does the win or loss have to be on that one person? I mean, that team should be good enough to win if I'm not there at all.
All right. So if Tom Brady,
They won by like 20 something points too, so it was he didn't miss anything.
So if Tom Brady is in the AFC Championship, and at the time because Giselle was having a baby, and he didn't play, that's not going to affect that team.
It shouldn't have to, because they're running game and defense should have been able to hold them in there.
Nah.
Here's perfect way to
Supposed
fix
to.
it.
I did say supposed to.
I'm talking about the star players here. I'm not talking about the third string.
Perfect way to fix it. Don't get them pregnant 9 months before you got your playoff game.
Yeah, play the odds here. Play.
I mean, get some
Play for the regular
do
season.
something. I mean, there's other
A
ways.
fine point,
to be
Mike.
Satisfied. Just don't get them pregnant 9 months before. Hey, if we're in the playoffs, it's gonna be in 9 months. That's not.
You know how to protect yourself.
Well,
I agree.
9 months.
That's a good point. Jason Kelsey's wife was pregnant during the Super Bowl last year, and it was like 9 months.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But she was actually there at the Super Bowl.
Yes, but he's
Well, if you're going to have a basketball career, you got to choose family basketball career. Can't do both. Everybody knows that. So kick their asses out, or you go be with that family and you forget about basketball.
This is a lot of money,
time
though,
for
guys.
both.
A lot of money here. A lot of money on the table. A lot of money that team has invested in
The
you.
Rock said.
Gotta look at the
when
big
he was
picture.
on main event in WrestleMania, there was Rock WrestleMania babies 9 months after WrestleMania. You knew what you were doing. It's easy fix.
You make $10 million a year, and you probably should be there, though.
So, Devyn,
I don't know.
Make sure that Erica does not have a baby on a Thursday.
What if she want to deliver on 420? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna have the baby. I mean,
I'm sure.
And watch WrestleMania while I'm there.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Come on, Brad. It's PG.
Yeah, sure it is.
All right, did everyone answer that?
I don't think James did.
It was Game 2. Miss it, man, because I know Gilbert Arenas said, like, well, the baby's going to be there. Number one, that's not guaranteed with newborns. It is a sad world out there.
There you go.
And number two, it was Game 2, and like I said, they won by like 20-something points without him. So it worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right. Someone who did have to choose between his playing career and his wife is about number 2. During the roast of Tom Brady, the roasters kept making jokes about Brady's ex-wife, Giselle. Brady clearly got frustrated about this and whispered, "Knock that shit off!" Right into the.
That was about the handy.
No, that was about the Robert Kraft thing. Because I just watched that today.
All right, well, he said that to Jeff Ross. Kevin Hart didn't make another joke about Giselle. Tom Segura made a joke later in the show, and he said, quote, "She's not here, so who fucking cares?" So if you guys are a roaster in this situation and someone specifically is getting frustrated about something like that, do you go in on it or do you back off?
The whole point of a roast is to do this. You're supposed to be getting under this person's skin. You're supposed to be not holding back. If you can't handle the heat, you know what part of the kitchen you can leave.
And here's the thing, though. Even when all this stuff is put together, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be like, "Hey, guys, y'all can joke about anything but this." So there should have been like, "Okay, guys, anything's fair game, but whatever." So if he was going to get pissed off about something, he should have given a fair warning. "Hey, guys, anything's on the table except such and such." But if he didn't do that, then that's on him. Double down on that shit.
Yep.
Guy's such an asshole.
You have to be able to separate the performance from the real, you know? And McAfee was talking about this on his show the other day. Like, it's done in humor. Like, it's gone. Like, after that, you know? It's not like set in stone, like, "God, can you believe this?" Like, it's set in humor and it's a roast. Like, you know, everybody's saying. You just got to deal with it, ha, 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 and move on. Like, that's all it is. I will say, Aaron Hernandez's supposed ex-wife or whatever got offended. "I can't believe I'm raising my kid in a classless society like this." Well, here's the thing. How about your husband don't murder people? Deal with it. I mean, tough shit. You know, it is what it is. They did crack jokes about him, and she got all butthurt. Well, he fucking killed people. Those people didn't decide to die. He fucking killed them. So it is what it is.
I mean, Jeff Ross coming out dressed in the O.J. Simpson jersey.
He did.
But look at the shit that Tom Brady said too. I mean, Tom Brady went out there too. He said some shit too.
They went hard on Kim Kardashian too.
And Jeff Ross has done this for years. He's one of the best ones at doing it. So you know he's bringing his A game. So you know he's going to fucking clown on whatever he can. So suck it up, Buttercup.
That's his job. He gets paid to it. Whether he means it personally or not, he gets paid to do it.
Yep. I'm with you. I think you gotta just suck it up.
I'm with you guys too. So cool. All right, so number 3. This one's a little older, but in the movie A Bronx Tale, there's a child that witnesses a mob boss shoot someone right in front of him. And then later, he's brought in front of a lineup of a bunch of bad guys. And that child had to pick out who the culprit was. You know this is the leader of a mob of the mob. You know that no matter what happens, if you turn him in, something bad can happen to you. You are the kid in this situation. What do you tell the police?
With my mind now, I'm not putting my family in danger. I don't know anything.
Did the mob boss see me see them do it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, right. They looked each other right in the eyes.
Yes.
The child and the boss.
I don't know what happened, sir. Officer, I don't know what happened.
I would say it's none of them.
Well, he did.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say I named him 7.
I don't recognize any of them, officer. Sorry.
I don't recognize any of them. It's none of them.
His dad would have been dead.
That way, you're not putting somebody that didn't do it in jail, and you're not putting the one that could kill you and your family in jail.
Got to be selfish sometimes.
It's none of them. Yep, damn right. And then if you do that,
I'm legally blind.
That mob boss might try to repay you in some kind of way.
Well, he did. He worked for him. So
exactly.
Good movie. You haven't seen it, honestly.
One of my favorite movies of all time, and I watched it this week, so that's why I thought of it.
Yeah, it's not my job to help you find the killer. That's your job, buddy.
Yeah. Why don't you guys pay attention?
Not my job.
Well, you ever been in the hood when cops show up? That's exactly what they say. It ain't my job to find them. It's yours. I don't know. Yep. I don't know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Deny till you die, baby. Deny till you die.
So we're all agreed on that one as well?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a fun topic this week. Thanks for participating, guys.
That was good. Good, Devin. That was a know your crew in a sneaky kind of way.
Hell yeah. Brought some good stuff on that one. And you know what else is good stuff? the spirit of international wrestling fans. And if you remember last week, Brad was like, oh, France. Well, come find out, it's probably the greatest crowd of all time. And shout out Disco Inferno, Glenn Gilberti, for making the dumbest fucking statement of all time, saying, oh, this crowd's annoying. I don't know, sir. You've been in the business. Let me ask you this. Do you not want the crowd to react? Do you not want the crowd to cheer? Do you not, like, I know you never got a pop, so I understand your frustrations with, why is this crowd being loud? Why are they cheering? Because you never fucking had cheers. I get it. But, yeah. That was the stupidest fucking thing. As a wrestler, like, you're going to say, oh, the crowd's annoying and loud. What the fuck? That is the dumbest fucking thing I think I read. From people beg for a reaction like 99% of the time. And half the crowd is usually not paying attention, and you get like scattered cheers on most wrestling shows. That French crowd was all in, and I fucking loved it. And I was even, dude, my buddy Brandon, we were hanging out last night, and I was like, do you want to see the greatest entrance of all time? And I showed him the Jey Uso thing. And no lie, he kept going, dude, rewind it, because he loved fucking seeing it. And then one time he just turns to me, this is the greatest fucking entrance of all time, man. He's like, I know Stone Cold and shit like that. He's like, this is the greatest fucking entrance I've seen.
They were so loud, the hard cam was shaking.
Exactly.
That is insane. And that's only 11,000 people. It wasn't like there was 50,000. It was 11,000.
It was Samantha Urban's doing the ring introductions, and they were like screaming the ring introductions, like, you know. It was because we watched the, like, because we didn't want to watch the whole thing, and I was like, oh, let me show you, like, they sing Randy Orton's theme. Let me show you this. And we ended up watching like 90% of it because he's like, bro, this crowd is lit. Like, and he is not a wrestling fan, and he wanted to watch it, and he kept watching it because of that annoying crowd. Glenn, fucking
the crowd made the show.
And not only that,
that was the stupidest thing to say.
Before the show started, there was people's iPhones or watches or whatever going off saying like the hearing decimal was,
like noise warnings and shit was going on. Yeah.
Before the show started.
They did not stop the whole time. It was
like,
crazy.
That is insane. That's why I like when they do go over international. Like
we have all
it's
and as a wrestler or referee or whatever, that's what you live for in the business. Right. That's the kind of, because you don't get that all the time.
Thank you.
That's what that's better than anything. It's when that crowd's behind you, I can't explain it. I really can't.
They said Kevin Owens had like a 6-minute entrance because they were so freaking loud.
Jey Uso had like a 10-minute one.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that comes out. They go, oh, 10 minutes.
The first person out, I mean, he did nothing but just stand there for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then Randy Orton comes out and they're singing his song.
They sang his song like it was Chris Jericho. That was amazing.
It was.
Well,
I think
I don't even think he was ready for that.
And 100% of the crowd was invested. Like that's like.
Randy Orton was having a good ass. You can see Randy Orton's face, like holy shit.
After that, give me a Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or give me something like that overseas somewhere.
And this
is a backlash in France. A backlash.
And we have all been to live wrestling. Do you like it when the crowd screams, or do you just want everybody to just shut the fuck up? I mean, come on.
Exactly. It's 11,000 people.
I wanted to be part of that crowd. I was like, man, I bet they're having a fucking blast.
And I think it's on the audio because we couldn't hear the commentator. Somebody should have knew, hey, we got to turn these guys up. But, I look over that because when you're at a live event, you don't hear commentary.
Correct.
So I can get over that.
It was insane.
Loved it.
Shout out to France for.
It goes down as like one of the best crowds of all time, if not the best crowd of all time.
Oh, and, but Uncle Dave also said it was the lowest paying pay-per-view there was.
A backlash.
Lowest paying, isn't it free?
It was the highest paying arena show.
The buy right, like or whatever it was, like people paying for the pay-per-view. It was the lowest paying pay-per-view there was.
Don't pay for any of it. I have it on Peacock.
Exactly.
It's on Peacock. You got to pay for it. So
I'm just saying
his statistics are skewed.
And remember Backlash last year, Puerto Rico?
They did the same shit, man.
That was a great crowd also.
Same.
I'll tell you what, Glenn. Maybe we'll go back to COVID times and there's no fucking crowd, you jackass.
For real. And not even the Thunderdome. Let's just have nobody. No
Yeah,
screens,
nobody.
no
That was a
nothing.
hell of a freaking WrestleMania, you jackass. Yeah, how
let's go
annoying
back to the
that everybody's
performance
so
center.
into this.
Yeah.
This freaking guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
okay, if a non-wrestler person was like, oh, this crowd's annoying, like, okay, whatever. But a wrestler says it, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like,
That just screams jealousy, man.
And it's like what you said. What there was like say 11,000 there, right?
Yeah, there was like 11,400 or something
Felt
like that.
like 40.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounded like
70,000.
WrestleMania.
70,000 plus at WrestleMania, and
That's the coolest part of
11,000
it. It's only
people-
11,000 people.
Yeah, 11,000 people were louder than.
And they're invested in your product.
People.
Gosh darn.
Yeah, let's freaking end it. Sorry, Devyn, you were gonna say something?
Just the guy who liked disco in the 90s isn't excited with the most like hyped up crowd ever. Like, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, like disco music's any good. Talk about annoying. I liked you till yesterday or the day before or last week. Sorry, James. We've hijacked you on this, buddy.
No, it's good. Hey, I like this crowd interaction. You know?
And especially that Jay show one, like you said. I mean, and there was like a live video one, like somebody from the crowd that did it.
And he knew he was going to
right
lose.
behind him. It was.
He knew he was going to lose, and it didn't matter. They
that
still were
fucking-
excited to see him.
That camera angle when he's like in the ring on the ropes, and it's like the camera shot like down the ramp, you know, and you see all those lights, and even in the top row, like in the nosebleeds, and they're all like losing
It
it.
was
Bro,
insane.
that's the greatest entrance I've ever seen.
Out to France.
Shout out to France. I was wrong, by the way. I admit that I was wrong. You guys killed it.
For real.
I kept turning it on for my wife. I'm like, listen, I don't care if you like wrestling or not. Do you hear them?
Yeah,
This is awesome.
Brandon doesn't like he'll watch wrestling, but he's like casual at best.
Yeah.
But we kept watching that pay-per-view because he was like, dude, this crowd. Like in the women's tag match, they were still going ape shit.
And half of them didn't know what the fuck they were saying.
No, but I liked it. But I liked it anyway.
Exactly, didn't know what the hell they were saying.
And he was like, and then
Fucking
at the
insane.
entrance or the intro to Cody and AJ, he's like, isn't AJ supposed to be the bad guy? Because it's like, no, hey.
No bad
Like,
guys.
all in.
No bad guys this day.
It was all. That's what he was saying. He's like, this crowd, like they just appreciate everybody. Like they'll boo, I guess, when they boo, but they're gonna cheer a lot. And he noticed that. He was like, man, they're just cheering like good wrestling. Like they're just cheering.
I wonder what a ticket cost. Had have been big money.
No, I bet you didn't know.
No, they never go there.
Yeah, but no, I don't think it. But they want everybody to come, so they're going to have the tickets.
Bryant, let's shut Mike up and find out the actual price before the end of the show.
I know Clash at the Castle supposedly is having a tough time moving tickets.
Really?
They say it's too expensive.
Well, there you have it. Anyway, that was a fun show.
But yeah, anybody else got anything to add? I think we pretty much
We nailed it.
we did. That was good talk.
I like
Good
that.
shit by our domestic wrestling crowd right here. And if you like what you heard, go tell Glenn Gilberti to fuck himself. Because that was
Yeah.
stupid. I like
Fuck
Disco
yeah.
Inferno. I have no issues with him.
Yeah, I really don't
That was
dislike
a
him. That was
dumb
stupid.
thing to say, man. And that is the spirit of international wrestling fans. And you know what else goes good with wrestling? Some good food. So, Mike, what you got for us this week?
Well, I guess something. It goes by many names. You can call it a poor boy sloppy Joe. You can call it trailer park sloppy Joe. Call it hood rat sloppy Joe. You can call it whatever you want. But what you want to do with this one is you got to get you a big loaf of garlic bread, or you can get do the old fashioned way and get a big loaf of bread and put some garlic butter on there. Get your big loaf of garlic bread. You want to cook it. And cook you up some sloppy Joe. Then you want to cook you up some Checkers French fries. Has to be Checkers.
Shout out. Fucking love Checkers French fries.
All right. So you get everything cooked. When everything's cooked, you take your garlic bread, put your French fries on that. You can put over the cheese. And then you put your sloppy Joe on there. And you put over more cheese. And you can put onions. And then you put jalapenos. And you put whatever else you want on top of it. You need to put it back in the oven to melt all the cheese and everything. Take it out, cut up in little pieces, and you got yourself a poor boy sloppy joe.
Beautiful.
I'm telling you, try it. Fantastic. Especially if you, like you go to Walmart and you know Walmart has like the pre-made garlic bread where you can stick the whole thing in the oven. It's fantastic.
Adam, you always sit on that couch?
No, I just started sitting on this one.
Yeah, because I feel like you're doing your best Sorensen impression right now.
No, I got disco fever stuck in my head. Disco fever. Disco fever.
Yeah.
It's stuck in my damn head now.
Better that one than the American males.
American males.
males.
American males.
Love it.
Shout out.
That's a good one, ain't it, James?
It is the best, actually.
That brings back Jacksonville memories right there.
Right? Was it you laid across all of our laps?
Yeah, that was
Or
me.
driving it?
In the back of some guy's truck.
Right, wrestling fans. Shout out to the wrestling fans. Some dude we met at the bar, like, and the whole jukebox was just playing constant wrestling themes. There was nothing else playing but wrestling themes. And then that dude was like, "Yeah, I'll give you guys a ride. Yeah."
Yeah, you going to show?
Okay.
We're going to show. Hop in. All right, buddy.
That was fucking awesome.
There's not enough seats. Hey, just lay it across our laps. Okay.
Right.
Good old memories right there, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Megan Nelson, friend of the show.
I think that's when I met you for the first time face to face.
Yeah, and Doug.
Yeah, that's right.
Doug
That's
McLeod was there.
that's when we lost old boy.
Oh boy.
He'll go nameless.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
So
We're done with the Mike's Meek minute if you wanted to know.
gotcha.
Sounded good.
Well, you know what time it is? Remake with Brad. So Brad, what is this?
So ECW, the original ECW was not the same as the remake WWE ECW. So that was the remake. So there are 4 movies I have here that have not been remade. I was going to do you like the remake better than the original, but I knew you jackasses probably didn't see either of them or they only saw one of them. So I didn't even want to get into that. And I had to hear the answer is didn't see it. I didn't want that. So I have 4 movies here that have not been remade that are kind of movies that I don't know should be remade. But if they should be remade, who would be the star of them? So let's start with Back to the Future. Should they remake that?
Yes.
No, hell no.
Yes. Well, maybe not a remake, but have a sequel to it.
Or how about, well, they've had 2 sequels.
No, but I mean from
Like a new age sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
They could do it now and go back to like the 1990s or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, or you could do maybe a series, a Back to the Future series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who could play the part of Marty McFly?
Fucking Tom
Exactly.
Holland, he's in everything.
That's good. Tom Holland's good.
Yep, that's exactly
Is
right.
that your guy, Adam?
I don't. It's such a good movie. I would just hate to touch it.
Now they have remade it recently into a musical
Yes,
on Broadway.
We need another part 4. We need a part 4. Is what
It's
we
kind of like with the Chucky movies. They redid Chucky into a series, and it's weird now.
Oh, I love the series.
I like the first season, but it just kind of took a weird turn. I don't know.
I like him
like it.
feuding with Dogface Gremlin. Rick
Yeah.
Steiner.
That was good. I think Tom Holland's a perfect choice to play Marty McFly. What do you
But
think, Devyn?
who would play Doc?
Who would play Doc? Man, you
Greg
could throw any
Lloyd,
old...
bucket. Bring it back.
Who could do as good of a job as Christopher Lloyd?
Man, that's a tough one.
Right. Sorry.
That's a
Tom
tough one.
Holland's a good pick for.
How about Kramer? How about the guy that
Michael
Kramer?
Richards.
Oh,
Michael
Kramer would be
Richards.
good.
I'm telling you, that's the guy.
Really not.
We
That's not
need
a
a
bad
comeback.
choice right there.
Nicholson. What's his name? Nicholson.
Jack?
Jack?
Jack Nicholson. Yes, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, you get into the van, and then we're gonna put the car in the van.
Get in the van.
Or-
Get in
Or
the
you can
van.
even have Nicolas Cage do it. I think Nicolas Cage would be good.
I mean, if we want to go back and come on, man. I
Walking.
like it.
What about
Nicolas
walking?
Cage. Oh yeah, see.
All right, well,
We
good
did a
answers on
remake
that.
on that one. I would give it a try.
Yeah,
I would
For
do
sure.
that one.
I would watch it. All right, so the next one is a James favorite. Varsity Blues.
No remake.
Oh, okay.
It is perfect the way it is. They should send that fucker to space. They should have put that on the what was that thing we sent out? The Voyager. They should have put that fucker on the Voyager and sent it out.
Anybody else think that should be remade or not? And if so, who's playing old Mox?
Find a new co-host if you answer yes. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it should. I don't think it should. But if it did,
you shut your whore mouth.
I mean, Tom Holland sounds like a.
Tom Holland can do
He
it.
can be old Moxon. Old Moxon can be Tom Holland.
I think Zach from Saved by the Bell could do it.
No, he's too old now.
Who's going to be Coach Kilmer? That's your real question.
Coach Kilmer.
Is he still alive? He probably could come back.
Yeah, if I bring him back. Kilmer's back.
That right there would be good for Jack Nicholson.
Me and Jesse still want to do a breakdown of that movie, but it would be like 15-part episode. And like I could do an hour and a half on just the opening scene with the referee shadow. Here was Kanan, we play by a different set of rules.
Billy Bob?
Who would play Billy Bob?
It's a dangerous game there now.
I would say Jonah Hill back in the day.
He's older than Billy Bob. I don't know about that.
I said back in the
Billy
day.
Bob died, unfortunately.
Who would play Lance Harbor? Who would play Lance Harbor's dad? His man.
Tim McGraw, right? Was
no.
I want Tim McGraw. What the hell?
Tony Stark.
Because Lance Harbor's dad fucking makes the movie too.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's a no
dude, aren't we?
That's a no remake.
I say no remake. I really do because it's. I don't think it should need to be remade. But now, finally, a Philadelphia favorite. Now, there's been many sequels, but do you remake the original?
Don't you say Rocky, you
Rocky.
whore.
You remake the original Rocky and Zac Efron as Sly Stallone. Well, not Sly Stallone, Rocky Balboa, but you know.
Efron's not a bad choice, I guess.
Oh, you know he can do it.
I think they've kind of been doing that with Creed.
What about
when you consider Creed a remake?
No. I mean remake the original Rocky, the original story. Rocky in the city gets a shot.
Chris Hemsworth.
All right.
I mean, I think he could do it.
I think you could remake Rocky. I think you can.
I think yeah, Rocky can definitely remake.
What about old Gyllenhaal? He's been getting in shape. He's doing some UFC movie or something.
Another good choice.
So is The Rock. You see, The Rock's doing a UFC movie.
But then you also have who's going to be Apollo Creed, and who's going to be
Mick?
Who's going to be Mick?
Mick Foley.
Clint Eastwood.
He's like 93.
I tell you what, Clint Eastwood and that $1 Million Baby, that is one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. I am not interested.
Dude, Gran Torino's the shit. Gran Torino's a great movie.
Especially now. He's in his damn like hundreds and something. And he's still fucking going strong. Put him right there.
How about Danny DeVito? I think you can remake the Rocky. I mean, you're going to get
shout out. It's Always Sunny. Love that show.
Shout out. What about the one where they were eating? They ate the cat food in the. They had to eat the cat food in bed to make sure the cats didn't make all that noise. What was the logic in that? They're eating cat food out of the can, and then that would shut the cats up, and then they get in bed together real quick, and they're eating the cat food. What is going on?
Who's eating cat food?
It's Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Oh, fuck. I've not watched one episode.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Apollo Creed. I don't know. He's a big personality, wasn't he?
Will Smith? Or is he a little too old?
I think he's too old. How about Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah. Right? There you go. It writes itself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Adam's mad, by the way.
I'm going to say Donald Glover, maybe?
There you go. So one more, and this one you don't have to pick a star, but should they remake Goonies?
Fuck yeah. I'll be down with it.
Yeah, there's too many people in that to name. They're a bunch of kids too, but I think they can remake that, just like the Sandlot, something like that.
Who's going to do the Coreys?
Roseanne
Thanos
Barr.
is in it. I'm just saying.
What's that?
Thanos. Isn't the same guy that played Thanos the same guy that played in the Goonies? And he also played Cable in Deadpool. Just saying.
Not to talk shit, but have you seen Corey Feldman's music?
I don't give a fuck about his music.
Just go for it. He's a comeback king.
Yeah, let's remake
Check
the
out
movie.
those videos.
I love that movie anyways, but let's remake it.
Well, whether or not these movies are going to be remade or not, we all know they'll never be better than the original, just like the next ECW was not better than the original. So thanks for playing, guys.
No, you're welcome, Brad.
You're such a dick.
Well, you know what else is worth watching? It's what we're covering on Devyn's demographic. So Devyn, what you got for us?
All right, so I'm sure all of us have seen the Ric Flair bar video that's kind of going around social media. So I just want to give a shout out to Nicholas Dickhead from Pisano's Pizza in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah, I've been there.
All right, number 2 on my demographic.
That's fantastic.
Recently announced for Forbidden Door, June 30th. Stardom is going to be joining the likes of AEW, of course, NJPW, and CMLL to put on that pay-per-view.
Nice. Well, we've seen a little bit of Stardom with Mariah May, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be cool.
So that means no Lucha Brothers or nothing on that show.
No.
Because
Probably.
CMLL and AAA, you guys from AAA cannot be on the same show.
Shout out.
That sucks.
Way to bring down his demographic.
Oh, I did not know that one, so that does kind of suck.
Yeah, it's
It's a big
CMLL
ordeal,
deal.
Devyn. It's a big ordeal.
CMLL won't do any shows with AAA.
It's kind of weird that AW's jump, because they used to do shows with AAA all the time, and now it's CMLL.
Tony Khan has changed.
That he has.
Well, he got a broken neck now, so.
Gotta be safe.
completely immovable broken neck.
Stop it. He's doing his best.
What? What? Ow!
All right, so number 3 of my demographic this week, the Tonga Twins from Women of Wrestling have announced their departure from Women of Wrestling. Those two, it's been all over social media. It's pretty much been touted that they could be a female bloodline if WWE was ever interested. But I've seen them for more along the likes of an NWA or a TNA. Definitely get more shine on them in those companies before they come up into NXT.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Naya.
If one more freaking Samoan comes to the WWE and it's not Jacob Fatu, I'm going to lose my freaking shit.
What have they got with Nia Jax though?
I just can't take it anymore. I just need him on the show. I don't care, good, bad. Like I said, I'm joining you.
So, well, we heard the rumors that they didn't want to bring him in because they think he would overshadow Solo, right?
He's going to overshadow all of them. He's the best athlete of all of them.
Okay, so what if they wait, give it a couple more weeks, when Roman comes back, they
Brad's
bring
about to lose
Roman.
it.
He's an athlete like Ivar is.
Okay. What if you put this? What if you do this? You have the Usos join back together. They need somebody.
I understand.
They
That's
got
fine.
Luther.
But Jimmy's hurt. How hurt is he? I'm not waiting 6 fucking weeks. I'm going to tell you that right now.
How hurt?
If he's how hurt is he is what I need to know. That's a good idea, Mike. It is. But if Jimmy's hurt extended time, I don't think it works.
Okay, so you have Roman, Jay, and Jacob.
I don't even need Roman. I think just the Usos and Jacob is good for now.
Yeah.
But if Jimmy's
they're
hurt,
that scared,
he's not coming back. Unless he can come back on a limited basis and just be there, it's fine. And then maybe Jay and Jacob tag team for a while until Jimmy gets better.
if they're worried about him overshadowing Solo, I think they're going to put him under.
Isn't that a good thing? To have someone that
is.
might rise to stardom? Holy shit, is that really what we're talking about? Oh, this guy might be too good. No.
No.
Slow
I don't
down.
want him. He's too good.
We have sold enough tickets.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I read it too, Mike, but I don't know if I believe it because it's not. That was just an opinion, wasn't it?
I
When
don't
it
know.
comes to Jacob Fatu's gum, Brad, do you spit or swallow?
Whatever he asks.
Fair enough.
You guys love him too. Shut up. Sorry about that. Devyn, as soon as you said Samoan, I'm
No, that was a fun
the news
discussion.
stories, Jacob. Anytime you bring it up.
So my fourth and final demographic this week is all about, announced just recently. It's going to be on Peacock, debuting in August 2024. The Office is returning. It's going to be a 10-episode series with Jim Halpert leading the branch. There's going to be appearances by Dwight and Michael and all the gang. And
All the gang?
supposedly, but I'm extremely excited for this. I'm a big Office fan. I've been watching the extended cut on Peacock quite a bit, so
Shout out,
I'm
Pam.
excited. 10 more episodes.
There's your remake, Brad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one I would have thought of.
Another show I've not watched one episode of.
Ah, fantastic.
Man, it's good. Michael
You should
Scott,
check it out, Mike.
hilarious. God,
I don't
hilarious.
have time to watch it all. I mean, if I watch it, that means I got to start at the beginning and watch it all. I ain't got time for that shit. I missed out. Fuck it.
Well, you
But,
can watch
you'll
this.
watch a movie, but
August
like 20-minute
2024.
episode, can't do it.
No, how many episodes is there though?
You don't have to watch them in one sitting.
You don't
Too
even have to
many of
watch
them. That's how many. Too
You don't
many.
even have to watch them in order.
You know what I've been watching lately though. I tell you what, and it's good. Ballers with The Rock in it.
That is good. Do
I
they have too
fucking
many
love that.
seasons for you though?
No, well, I mean it's my second time watching it. I'm just be going through it.
That
I
is a
can
good
watch- I
show
can
though. I
watch-
like it.
Oh, so you can watch The Office right now instead of rewatching a show you've already watched.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Let's just rewatch shit.
I know.
I have
like
no
that.
time though. No time.
No time.
Oh, pick and make.
I'm going camping. I ain't gonna have no cell phone.
Right? No internet.
That's it. We're only able to watch ballers
Maybe I can download a couple episodes real quick and watch them on there.
for
But
20 minutes.
I ain't got 20 minutes.
You
All right, thank you for throwing up that picture, Bryant. This has been another edition of Devyn's
Go,
Demographic.
Oh, yeah.
You give me 20 minutes and I got another kid. I'm just saying.
Ew.
Hey-o.
Start to finish, baby.
Back to you, James.
All right. Well, good demographic. Devyn on fire this episode. Hey, what is on tap next week? There was no name attached to this.
So there's going to be, I'm going to talk about the next 2 weeks.
Well,
next
great.
week is we are going to honor the great Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, because it is his birthday on May 23rd. And we put a poll out on Twitter, and the winning match is Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan, Royal Rumble 2014. Got 58% of the vote. So we are very excited to, of course, honor Bray Wyatt. Maybe by the time that airs, there will be a new Wyatt family of some sort. Who knows? We have heard the rumors. And
we should recover the Hell in a Cell with Seth.
We're going to honor him.
Well, we always pick shitty matches when we honor people.
That's true.
Is this going to be a watch along?
No. But in 2 weeks, we return to the watch along with Adam's choice of one of the matches that he has refereed. So in 2 weeks, we are going to cover one of Adam's matches, and that is going to be Dealer's Choice. So that is what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. We're all very excited, very different things. So that's it. Back to you, James.
Can't wait to cover an Adam match with Adam. That'll be fun. But can't wait for Bray Wyatt. Obviously, we're all big fans of him, and I think a lot of people are big fans of him. And it's amazing how over he was on Top Guy Wednesday. Shout out after he shows. We watched Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, something like that, and he was way over then. And we kind of discussed like everything he did was way over, and they just kept like pulling the leash back. It felt like, which is kind of strange. Like everything he did was over, but they were like, nah. But
just a little too different for them. I think a little too different for them at times. Just I don't know. They were afraid, but
everything was over.
Though.
Like
I'm down.
You think it was Vince?
What I'm down.
You think it had to be Vince?
I would assume,
had to be, right? Because I mean, we hear Bruce the way he feels about him.
Yeah,
we know Hunter, so I mean, we can only speculate.
right? And we will definitely have a lot of words next week on shit like that. But I guess before we round it out, does anybody have anything else they want to add? Like Bryant maybe did something or something?
He's blowing up Matt M right now, telling him that I did impressions of
You
of.
wanna you wanna plug anything, Bryant? You wanna read a book or plug anything or anything like that?
I mean, we could plug the interview that I just did with David Penzer, promoting his upcoming book, Sitting Ringside, Volume 1, covering his time in WCW. That interview will be going up on YouTube, and it was a fantastic interview. Great to get to sit down and talk with him, and he actually gives some insight and gives a little breaking news on maybe his next project coming up. So give it a listen where on YouTube for us.
Breaking news
Fantastic.
right
Thanks,
here
Brian.
on the Kick Out Crew.
Dang. Look at us, huh? Breaking news. Yeah, shout out Bryant. If you it came out Monday, so be sure to check it out. And I guess that being said, it's time to wrap it up, fellas, huh?
Guess so.
Man, what a week, what a show. Good stuff. Glad you joined us. It may have been a little scramble, but don't ever let things scramble your brain. Just try to stay on the right path. Try to stay focused. And hey, sometimes you got to eliminate shit, but you know what it is? It's all about going the full 20-minute time limit because, why not? How do you get to that full 20-minute time limit? Well, when you get pinned, always make sure to kick out at 2 because there's never a tomorrow unless you conquer today. And why not? It's your life on your show. But yeah, because like we say on here, when life gets you down, man, just kick out at 2. That's what we do. That's what you do on your show, The Kickout Crew. And thanks everybody for joining us. And hey, we'll see you next week with some more exciting stuff. And be sure to check that out. But for now, goodbye.
Oh, hell yeah.